Hello, my name is Sue Pierre and welcome to the Exploratorium. I am an environmental scientist and educator here in the Teacher Institute. At the Exploratorium, we are all about having you explore natural phenomena using your senses and experience. To help you continue your learning at home, the Teacher Institute publishes hundreds of bite-sized versions of these floor exhibits that we have here called Science Snacks, which you can try at home. And today I'm going to share with you our hot pile exhibit and the tiny hot pile snack, which you can make really easily at home with things you have. Plant waste starts out like this, and it ends up looking like this. This stuff is called compost, and it is the end product of a process called decomposition. And that's what the hot pile is all about. It is a site for decomposers that will break down all of this different plant material and turn it into this rich soil-like material that plants can live and grow off of for a long time. And so you might be noticing a couple of things about this stuff. Well, first of all, no matter what we put in, we always get the same material out. So something about the decomposition process turns all these different plant wastes into the same thing. Another thing I notice is that it is called hot pile, and I'm sensing that there's some heat coming off of this. But you might be wondering, where is that energy coming from? This hot pile is not heated by electricity, and it's not heated by the sun. So something's going on with decomposition where energy is generated, and that's felt as heat. Microbes, such as bacteria and fungi, are responsible for doing the breakdown process of decomposition. And they do that by producing enzymes, which are chemicals that go in and make large molecules found in the plant matter into smaller molecules that are found in the compost. And that's actually how plants are able to access the nutrients found in the compost. They do this through a process called cellular respiration, and cellular respiration generates heat, and that's why we have a hot pile. You may know that we also do cellular respiration, and that's what keeps human bodies warm as well. Folks working here in the Living Systems department at the Exploratorium come in and maintain this hot pile on a regular schedule. They feed the hot pile with plant materials found in the labs, food waste, and also paper found from the offices in the Exploratorium. They also come in and turn the hot pile using a big shovel, which actually adds oxygen to the matrix. That's really important because it explains why we don't have these, what you would expect, like some stinky smells coming out of this bin of waste. The microbes that actually do the decomposition process require oxygen. They are aerobic microbes. And so if we were not to turn this for several weeks, you'd find some very bad smells coming out. And that's because microbes that prefer low oxygen environments or anaerobic environments tend to produce gases like methane, which we don't like to smell. In nature, this process happens all on its own. Decomposition fuels the growth of plants in forests, grasslands, waterways, and even deserts. Decomposition is nature's incredible natural recycling system. You can create your own compost pile at home, well, a tiny version, using the tiny hot pile snack instructions found on the Teacher Institute website. With a big hot pile like this, you can imagine that we're feeding it a lot of material and it's generating a lot of sensible heat. And you might not be able to do that with a small version, but you can if you're using a lidded styrofoam container in order to trap some of the heat. You can then measure what inputs change the temperature more or less. Try things from your kitchen, like banana peels versus paper versus pure sugar, and measure the temperature change before and after you add your materials. What do you think is going to have the biggest impact on temperature change? Come up with some hypotheses and have fun experimenting with your tiny hot pile.